Alright, grade 10s, welcome back to another video. Alright, so we are going to be doing literal equations. Okay, so literally, sir, why are we doing this, man? Okay, you're going to see why. Okay, because it's going to help you in a next future video that I'm going to be doing called simultaneous equations. Alright, so what is a literal equation? Excuse me. Okay, what is a literal equation? Okay, so basically what we're going to be doing is we're not going to be finding a specific value, okay, for a letter. Okay, so in the previous video we were doing linear equations, okay, and we got x is equal to 2, x is equal to 5, x is equal to negative 8. Okay, those are values. Okay, those are numerical values, right? Now in literal equations, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get x is equal to x is equal to a plus b. Okay, can you see it's not a numerical value? Okay, it's going to be in terms of something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get x, or whatever letter they give you, and I'm going to make that the subject. Okay, the subject of the formula. That's how they'll ask you in the exams. Okay, they'll say, okay, make x the subject of the formula. Basically what that means is I want to get x by itself equal to a whole bunch of other stuff. Doesn't matter what it is. Okay, I want to get x by itself. Okay, I'm making x the subject of the formula. Alright, that's what we're going to be doing in literal equations today. Okay, so let's just jump straight into it. Alright, so it says there, make x the subject of the formula. Alright, so what does this mean? Alright, I want to get x equal to a whole bunch of other stuff. Alright, so I'm not going to get x is equal to 2 or x is equal to negative 8. Alright, I'm going to get x is equal to a whole bunch of letters. Okay, letters and numbers and other stuff. Right, but it's not going to be one specific numerical value. Alright, I'm just making that clear. Alright, so over here, find my x's. Where are they? Let's go highlight them. Okay, so let's highlight. Okay, there's an x term, and there's an x term. Right, this p, I don't care about it. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Okay, because there's no x there. Okay, leave him. Alright, so I want to get all my x's to one side. Okay, because I'm trying to get x by itself. Alright, I can't get x by itself if they're on different sides of the equal sign. Right, they need to be on the same side. Alright, so I'm going to keep my qx. Right, well, what must I do to this to get there? Take it over, okay, and becomes minus mx now, okay, equals p. Alright, now I still have two x's, but I want to get to how many x's? I want to get to one x, okay, but here I've got two of them. There's an x there and there's an x there. Can you see I've got two terms where I've got an x, right? So what can I do? What could I possibly do, right, to get x looking like 1x over there? Some kind of something that I need to do. It's a little bit of a something, okay, that you guys did in the beginning of the year, right? One of the first things you guys ever learned this year. Factorize. Alright? So, can you see I've got an x there and an x there. So my x's are common. Right? When I've got something common in two terms, I can take him out. Open up a bracket. Alright? And what's left if I take out an x? Q minus m. Fantastic. Alright, I'm getting close. I'm getting quite close now. Right? Now I've got x by itself. There's only one x there. There's not another x somewhere. Can you guys see another x anywhere? No. Okay? There's only one x there. Alright, I'm getting very close. Very close. Okay? Because I'm trying to make x the subject of the formula. Alright, so how am I going to get x by itself here? Okay, so remember when we were dealing with linear equations, right? I was always, in my previous video, alright, I was always asking you, what's happening to x? What's happening? Alright? And then what did I say? When you found out what's happening to x, I always said, do the opposite to get rid of it. Right? There's a reason why I was saying that. Alright? So now let's look here. Okay, what's happening to x here? What's happening? It's being multiplied by this massive bracket over here, right? Being multiplied by this bracket. So how am I going to get rid of this bracket? I don't want it there, right? I want x. I need to do the opposite of multiplication. What's the opposite of multiply? Divide. Okay, but what am I dividing by? Everything that isn't the x. Right? Some of you guys just divide by x. Why? Then you're going to cancel x's out. Why? No, I want x. So I'm dividing by whatever isn't x. Okay? Which is q minus m. Right? Can you see that? Right, but now I'm not balanced. Okay? I need to divide on both sides. Right? On my left and my right. Okay. Now, q minus m and q minus m, those are going to cancel. Right? And I'm going to be left with x by itself. Oh, that's what I was looking for. That's what they asked me for. They said make x the subject. There's x. It's the subject. There's only x now. Fantastic. All right? And what's left on this side? P divided by q minus m. All right. Okay, I'm hoping this is making sense. All right? So please, whatever you're making your subject, always see what is happening to it. When you get to this point over here, I've got x multiplied by something. What's happening with my x? I want it by itself. What's happening? It's being multiplied. Okay. I remember what Sir told me. I'm just going to do the opposite of multiply. Okay, what's the opposite of multiply? I'm going to divide by whatever isn't my subject. Okay, does that make sense? Okay, I'm hoping that's making sense. What you do on the one side, you do to the other side. All right. Let's move on to the next example. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to try it by yourself. Okay, so pause the video. Okay, pause the video. See if you can do it by yourself. Okay, and we are busy making little r. Okay, little r. This one, not this one. This one. I want that as my subject. Okay, subject of the formula means what? I want little r equal to da 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 da. Whatever. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see what we can do. All right. So I assume you've done it already. Let's see if you got it right. All right. So first thing here. Now I see there's something different. Okay. So here there was no brackets. Over here there's now brackets. Right. So there's something different happening here. Right. But we don't fear. We don't care. Right. There's something I can do here. I need to free up this bracket because where's my little r? It's inside. Okay, so he's in jail. Okay, he's in a jail cell. Okay, and there's a guard guarding this jail cell. All right, so how am I going to get rid of that guard? All right, I ask myself, okay, what's happening to this bracket? Pi is being multiplied with that bracket. Okay, so what's the opposite of multiply? I want to get rid of this guy. I want to get rid of him. I need to divide. Okay, I do the opposite. All right, what I do on one side, I do to the other side. Oh, fantastic. All right, so now I'm left with a over pi, and over here the pi's cancel, and I'm left with r squared minus r squared. Okay, now I can breathe. Okay, I'm out of jail. Okay, I'm free. I'm in freedom here. All right, now I can do something. All right, so I want to get little r by itself. Okay, now I ask myself, what's happening to little r? Okay, I've got an big R squared here. Is it being multiplied by little r? No, it's being added to little r. Okay, there's a plus here in the front. Okay, so we've got positive r squared minus r squared. So how do I get rid of a positive? What's the opposite of positive? Negative. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this. I want it away. I want to get r by itself, this little r by itself. So I'm going to get everything away. Okay, so I need to minus big R squared on both sides. If I minus R squared on this side, it's going to cancel. I'm left with R squared. Okay, I'm just going to, or basically what I'm basically doing is I'm going to take this over. For most of you, that's what you're used to. Okay, so you've got A over pi. And if I take this over, it becomes negative R squared. All right, I'm getting close now. I'm getting close. Okay, this is my goal. This is what I want. Right? I'm so close. I'm almost there. Okay? Now, okay, you always leave your exponents for last. Okay? So, what's the other thing that's happening to r? It's being divided, it's being multiplied by -1. How do I get rid of that? You divide by -1 on both sides. Okay, so now what I want you guys to take note of, now I've got two terms on this side. So when I divide by -1, I need to divide everything by -1. Okay, so -1 divided by -1 is going to be positive r squared here. This is going to give me -a over pi, and negative divided by negative, positive r squared. Okay, so when you're dividing by negative or dividing by 2 and you've got two terms, you're dividing everything by that. Okay, now I still have a squared here. Still have a squared. Right, so what must I do? What's the opposite of a square? Square root. Fantastic. Okay, and there's one thing that I want you guys to start doing. Okay, it's a good habit to get into. Okay, when you have a square root, okay, square root, I want you guys to put a plus and a minus in front of that square root. Okay, I'm going to explain in later video why we do that. Okay, so if I square root both sides, okay, I'm going to get r squared. Sorry, it's just r, sorry. Square's going to cancel, so I'm just going to r. Okay, and when I put the square root on this side, okay, I'm going to have a plus minus. Okay, a plus minus there in the front. Okay, I'll explain why. Okay, minus a over pi plus r squared. Okay, and that is my final answer. I can't square root this r squared because I've got two terms. Okay, did I make r the subject of the formula? Yes, I did. And I don't care what's on the side. Right? It can be anything on this side. Okay? I'm not going to simplify it. I'm going to leave it just like that. Okay. Alright, now moving on to the next example. One more and then we're done. Alright, so look at this. Ooh, fractions. Immediately. I'm not going to read the question. Immediately. Fractions. Ding, ding, ding. LCD. So let's do that quickly. Immediately. So LCD there. I've got A, B. I've got a whole number or a natural number or an integer or rational number, whatever you want to call it. All right, and it's all over 1. Okay, always. All right, so LCD, AB. Okay, what do I do to A to get to AB? Multiply by B, so that's BX. What do I do to B to get to AB? Multiply by A, so that's AX. Okay, and I want AB on this side as well. Okay, what do I do to 1 to get to AB? Multiply by AB on the top as well. Fantastic, easy peasy, we know how to do this. Now, let's just look at this first. Okay, I see I've got an LCD there that I don't like. I don't like it. Don't like my LCD. Multiply by AB on both sides. Okay, we know how to do this already. Cancel, 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 cancel. Now I've got BX plus AX equals AB. Alright, fantastic. Alright, they say make X the subject. Meaning what? X is equal to something blah 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 blah. Whatever. Alright? So I look at my x's. There's my x there. There's an x there. I've got two of them. When I've got two of them and they're in different terms, what does it mean? What can I do with them? How do I make it 1? Take out a common factor. Fantastic. Who said it? Who said it? Well done. Tap yourself on the back. Alright, so we've got b plus a left in the bracket. Alright, now I just want x. I'm so close. I'm so close. Right, what must I do here? What's happening to x? It's being multiplied by a bracket. So what's the opposite of multiply? Divide both sides by whatever isn't x. Okay, and this is b. B plus a. Alright, those are going to cancel. X is equal to ab over b plus a. Right, and there's my subject. There's my formula. Alright, so making x the subject of the formula. Amazing. Right, beautiful stuff. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Alright.